So in the month of March, I made over $3,800 without showing my face, without any expensive setup, and by simply making videos about a game that I already enjoy and spend about less than 2 hours making. Of course, I double upload vertically across multiple channels, and that's kind of one of the ways my income has skyrocketed. Because last year, and by the way, I'm telling you guys because I'm not trying to boast myself or flex or do any of this stuff. If anything, I hate this kind of thing that I'm doing right now. But the reason I'm saying this is because I want you guys to be inspired and be motivated to take action that you guys can make pretty much free money playing games, especially if you already enjoy playing Roblox. Because in 2025, 1 year ago, around this time, I didn't even have a channel monetized. I was making $0. Seriously, I wasn't making any money. Dude, and to be honest, I didn't even start making Roblox videos till like May. It still hasn't even been a year, and I'm over here $200 short from making over $4,000 playing games. And of course, here's some proof. I'm not lying. I actually made a post about this, so if you saw this, yeah, the first channel, it made about $3,000, and my second one made about like $700 or $800. I'm not looking at it right now, but like I said, I started with absolutely zero experience and $0 when I started making these Roblox videos because I didn't know what I was doing. Roblox wasn't even my first niche. My first niche was, I think, philosophy. It was like philosophy or psychology. I would make those kind of AI videos. I know you can make fun of me, pretty funny, but I would make those kind of videos, and eventually I got monetized, and then the channel completely died, and I was like, hold on, I need to switch it up. I need to do something else, until I found a YouTuber. He was talking about how Roblox was an opportunity, and it pretty much made him over 6 figures. Pretty much at this point, he's probably made over $250,000 playing Roblox. And one of the games he would play a lot was, I think, Brookhaven. He would roleplay a lot of Brookhaven, and he was making a good amount of money. I was like, okay, you know what? I kind of jumped into the whole Roblox niche thing, and by my 5th or 7th video, I think I had my first video hit over 1,000 views, and then 1 month after, that same video had over 100,000 views. And of course, the channel was growing. I was making money, and I think the first month I made about $400 with my main Roblox channel. I was pretty hyped, I'm not gonna lie. But keep in mind that the reason this is an opportunity is because you don't even have to talk in your videos. You don't even have to use AI voices. You don't even have to show your face. I seriously found, probably with a system that I have found multiple gold mine channels. I think it was my second video. I might link it at the end of this video so you guys can watch the system I use to find new channels. I found roughly around 4 to 5 channels. Each of them were printing probably around $3,000. The biggest one I found was $5,000 making a month, and the only thing they do is make story videos on like Roblox characters. So such a weird niche, but I just found it. I'm actually gonna test it out for 30 days, but this niche is completely out of my realm. It's a different style. I literally had no idea on how to do it until like last night. It actually took me about like half to an hour to make, so it's pretty easy. But even though they are using some sort of voice, I did find a different channel that I shared in my community, in my private community, that doesn't use their voice, doesn't show their face, and literally just plays variations of like Barry, what's the name? Barry Prison. I'm gonna put up the post right now. A lot of people have asked me, how do I manage to produce videos within like 2 hours? It's fairly simple. I'm gonna give you a little breakdown on the process, how I record, edit, and package. Now, when recording, very simple. You want to come up with an idea. Typically, I like to look at my competitors. I like to look at what's working on YouTube, specifically in the Roblox niche. If there's maybe something that catches my eyes, I'll grab that idea, I'll incorporate it into my video / game, and I would go through, record it, and then edit it. I typically don't spend more than 3 hours editing a video, or at least, actually, you know what? More than 2 hours. Yeah, the 2 hours is like kind of overkill for me, because I just think editing is just a waste of time when it comes to my type of style, when it comes to recording videos. So I use a software. I'm not affiliated in any sort of way. I'm not even going to mention the name, but I use this software, and it pretty much cuts out all the dead spaces, the empty spaces where you don't talk. It removes it out of your video. Now you don't have to manually remove all those, dead spaces, those empty spaces where you're not talking, because right there, that could take you up to like 2 hours. And if your video is longer, then it's probably going to take even longer. And then I just import it to CapCut. It's a free program that you use to edit, and I would just look over the video, make sure everything is good, make sure if I say a word twice or I say something wrong, I'll just remove it and just look over it. And then eventually, if I also need to, I'll raise the volume on the audio, and that's pretty much it. I don't do any of this hyper edit, Mr. Beast type stuff. That's just too much, bro. I would only recommend, if you're gonna have such a highly edited video, is if you have a fan base or you have a personal brand. Other than that, don't waste your time with it, because more than half of the time, people are gonna want to watch what the video is about, your ideas. They're not gonna click on the video because of the editing. Let's be real. And then lastly, packaging. I quickly come up a title using inspiration from my competitors, and then I'll open up Google Doc. I'll write a couple of title styles, and then pick the best one for the video. And then the thumbnail, pretty easy. I literally create something similar that is working in my niche and go with that. that style, put some text over it. So yeah, super simple stuff. I don't overthink it. It shouldn't be taking you more than half an hour to package, which is creating your titles and thumbnails. And lastly, I kind of want to talk about and touch on vertically scaling. So the reason I'm able to run multiple channels instead of just one, it's because I just repeat the first system that I created with the second channel. I just implement that same system that I just went over with. Pretty easy. You shouldn't be taking more than 4 hours to be recording, packaging, doing all of this stuff. Maybe because I've been doing it for several months now, I kind of got the hang of it, but eventually you're going to get to the point where it's going to be so easy for you to create these videos. It's going to become secondhand nature, and then you're going to be able to jump into opening a second channel, monetizing it fairly fast. I monetized mine within like 22 days, and I was being lazy about it. I'm pretty sure I could have monetized it in less than 3 weeks and start making more money. And now you can double upload, one on each channel. Of course, you can also double upload on each channel, but I don't recommend it because a lot of people don't have the strength to do that stuff. A lot of people get burnt out very easily. So I just recommend staying away from, overworking yourself. That's pretty much my system right there. And all of the things I just went through is the main reason why people are not getting the views they want with Roblox. They're making videos for themselves instead of their audience. They're pretty much ignoring the packaging. The packaging I've seen on a lot of these people that have outreach to me, their videos are terrible, their titles are terrible, their packaging, it's not good. They're giving up way too early before the algorithm picks up. I'm going to give you an example. I just started a third channel, and the first day with this brand new game, with this brand new niche, style, it probably had like 10 views. I'm not even joking. On this brand new channel, I didn't even warm it up. And by the second day, it had reached over 200 views. One, it takes time for the videos to be pushed into the algorithm. And two, I'm the GOAT. Of course, I got bored of the game and I just deleted that channel. I'm starting a new I'm starting a new one because there is a brand new opportunity with this one. And I'm going to get this one monetized within 30 days. So I'm pretty excited. I'm going to work very hard. I don't know if it's a shorter month, but we're going to go hard regardless and make more money. On my last point is people think that you need collabs to grow an audience. That is farther from the truth. I've seen so many people in my actual YouTube channels hitting me up like, yo, let's collab. I'm like, bro, you don't need a collab. You just need good ideas, right? But you're so lazy. I'm going to be honest. You're so lazy. You don't want to come up with ideas and you want your hand held and brought to success, which that is not going to work because once people check out your channel, they're going to see that the videos you're making are not even good to begin with. But regardless, once you get this mastered, you're going to realize that Roblox is a phenomenal opportunity. You guys are honestly early to this. So if I had a chance, how would I differently start this over? So first, I would search up on YouTube Roblox. I would filter out 3 to 20 minute long videos and this week, and I would see what's working, what games are people playing, what channels have super low subscriber count but have super high or at least very good and solid view numbers. And then I would validate it through a checklist system that I created. And if it passes, I would test out multiple video ideas, at least a dozen. And once that niche has clicked, I would double down and eventually start a second channel and get both of those channels monetized in record time. And honestly, I might sound like a broken record, but speed is money. If it's working down, double down. So that was kind of a little breakdown on kind of the whole Roblox theme. But of course, if you want to know how to pick games, make thumbnails, structure your videos, scale across multiple channels the correct way. I even have a full system on how to create your channel and how to create a banner, a thumbnail, a profile picture, all of this stuff. Then you can get it in my private community, Roblox Revenue. I'm gonna have a link down. Don't feel forced to join. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe because I'm gonna be dropping more free sauce on this channel, and I'll catch you guys on to, let's say, in a couple days. Probably in a couple days. All right, bye bye.